All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Devin Smith PS4 Sports League Network live on YouTube, PS4 live stream, Joe Price Facebook. Today we're doing a classic matchup of the Philadelphia Sixers at New Orleans Pelicans. Feel free to become a subscriber. Check out my Facebook, Joe Price Hall of Fame, which is an exclusive championship Facebook that has playoff championship content from the past and current. You can also friend me on my regular Facebook, Joe Price. Okay, the Sixers are 37-23, traveling into New Orleans, into the Smoothie Center, to take on Pelicans, who are 36-25. Now let's go check out the NBA standing, which I haven't done for some time. We are now entering the 60th game round. All right, so we're entering the 60th game round. All right, looking at the Atlantic, Philadelphia Sixers first place with a season record of 36-23. Brooklyn Nets right under them, 35-26. And the Raptors are third with a season record of 33-27. Then we got the Boston Celtics at 30-30. Then fifth is New York with a season record of 28-31, which I think that definitely should be realistic. We come over to the Central Division. Milwaukee Bucks with a season record of 35-24. Detroit Pistons 27-31. Then we have Indiana on the third with a season record of 27-33. Cleveland Cavaliers with a season record of 25-35. So they're 10 games away from 500. We go down to Chicago Bulls' worst record. They have a season record of 19-41. Then we come over to the Southwest. Washington, season record of 33-27. Atlanta, 33-27. Then we got Orlando, just about 500. All right. And they are the third in the Southeast. 30-30 for Orlando. That's their record. Miami Heat, 26-32. Then we come down to Charlotte, the last team in that division of the Southeast. Season record 23-36. Then we go over to the Northwest of the Western Conference. Portland Trail Blazers, 43-16. Denver Nuggets right under them, 32-26. Then we have Minnesota Timberwolves with a season record of 32-27. Utah Jazz, season record 28-31. Oklahoma City Thunder, 27-32. Then we come over to the Pacific, looking at the Los Angeles Lakers. They should be number one, and they are, or close to it. Their season record is 41-18. LA Clippers are 40-20. Right under the Lakers, as you can see here. Sacramento third, 27-32. Then we go to Golden State, they're 26-33. All right, Phoenix Suns under Golden State as the 15 in the Pacific Western Conference. 25-36. Then we go last but not least of this part. We have Southwest Western Conference. New Orleans Pelicans 36-25. Houston Rockets 32-27. Dallas Mavericks 22-37. The Memphis Grizzlies are 21-40. San Antonio Spurs are 20-40. All right. So that we broke down all the divisions from the Eastern Conference, Western Conference. Now let's look at the whole Eastern Conference. All right, and in the whole Eastern Conference, Philadelphia Sixers are first. Milwaukee Bucks is right under the Sixers, as you can see that. Third place, Washington is right next to Brooklyn. Washington under Brooklyn. Then you got Atlanta, the fifth seed. And who do you see under them? Toronto. Fighting for that fifth spot. Look at Boston. At seventh, battling with really Orlando. Boston and Orlando right there. Okay? And that's 8th seed all the way to 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, because those are the most seeds that will make the playoffs. I think there are 8 teams, if I'm not mistaken. Each conference about 8 teams. Okay. We're going to come over to the West. Portland Trailblazers as the first seed. Lakers as second. You see them too? That's right there. You see the Lakers? The Lakers should be first. But Portland is first. And that's interesting. Then we go on the third, LA, right under. LA Clippers are right under the Lakers. Then we go to the Pelicans, fourth seed. The fourth seed in the West, Denver, is right under them, as you can see, right? Minnesota with D'Angelo Russell. Okay. Minnesota's Timberwolves, D'Angelo Russell, Karl Anthony Towns. They got a 6th seed right now. Playoffs will start today. They'll be in it. They're with Denver, as you can see right here. Okay. Okay. Then we got Houston 7th place, tied with Utah Jazz. And that's what we got there. So we got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. These are all the teams in the Western Conference, okay? So you can see all the seeds from the Western Conference top 8 seeds. If the playoffs will start today, you will see which teams will be in it, right? And that's the Western Conference all breakdown. When we come over, this is the Eastern Conference whole breakdown. All right. So I just wanted to break down all of the Eastern Conference from Atlantic, Central, Southeast, and I wanted to break down the Western Conference from Northwest, Pacific, and Southwest, and then give you a whole overview of the Eastern Conference and Western Conference so you can understand which teams are in which position in this NBA Season 6 Franchise Mode Series 2020 live on Devin Smith. Now let's get to the main event. Sixers at Pelicans. Get this classic game underway.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From Smoothie King Center in downtown New Orleans, tonight it's the New Orleans Pelicans taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. The opening tip to the home side. Pelicans with it first in New Orleans. Holiday. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcin Gortat. Harris to Embiid. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Holiday. Favors. Joel Embiid. Huge block. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Holiday. Horford tips it. Joel Embiid swats it. Sixers control it. Has a look. Horford's shot won't fall.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Favors. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score.
A lot of contact, no whistle.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
Beyond the arc for 3. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it. Gets it in the left corner. To Gortat. Almost unlucky bounce.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs wondering where the foul was every time.
Down the lane to lay it in.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Simmons into the front court, trailing by 4. Oh, Ben Simmons missed his first. That one goes.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Oh, you got the skin right. Oh, I've been waiting for this matchup.
Holiday to Favors. New Orleans down to 4 in the shot clock. Has a chance, gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
The free throw is good. It's back to a 1-point game. Holiday controls the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Gortat to Holiday. Work it down to Favors. From the painted area, won't go down. Into the front court comes Simmons. He'll run the offense. And a chance coming up at the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. First one goes down.
Substitutions.
And gets both to drop at the line. New Orleans has it. Ball to Gortat. Short jumper off the mark. To Simmons. Turns and slams it down.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
To Simmons. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Look, it's still early. Make your opponent work for those possessions. You don't want to start racking up too many personal fouls.
Ben Simmons has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. Misses the first. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Pelicans basketball. Ball to Holiday. To Ball. Almost, but no good.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Simmons with it. Counting down towards 1 minute to play here in the opening quarter. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Now here's your chance to make them pay for making you the target of hacking. Well, actually, your free throw shooting made you a target, but you can still fix that.
Ben Simmons, couple of free throws on the way, shooting 80% in this contest. First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Ball with it up top. It's 14-12. Holiday to the basket, but a shot stays out. Cruises inside for 2.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Lonzo Ball with the rock to Favors. Redick to Favors. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Oh, Ben Simmons looking good, 4 for 5.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
No, he missed a short one there. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Late heave to beat the buzzer. First quarter's complete. It's the Sixers out in front. Good start to this one. After 1 quarter play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Derek Favors snatching it out of the air.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Count the basket inside.
That boy's living his best life.
Simmons.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2. Pelicans have the basketball. To Holiday. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
Oh, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Flushes it home.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Cashes in for 2.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
To Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Tobias Harris is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 81% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Second and 3 is good.
For New Orleans, number 2, Lonzo Ball. Subbing in for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Hits all 3 free throws. Holiday in possession. Leads 3. To Ball. Holiday. Shot clock winding down. Trying to cash in. A shot no good there for Ingram. Burke with it. Down 3. New Orleans will take it up to Ball. To Redick. Fires the 3. That's good D. Shot no good. To Horford. Counted.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Ball with the basketball. Leads just a point. Redick. To Horford. From long range. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Off the mark. No good. That's rebounded by New Orleans. Redick. The rebound taken down by the Sixers. Burke with it. Down a point. And count the basket. Whistle stops play. Timeout New Orleans as they'll talk things over in a 1-point basketball game. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Short jumper stays out to Tobias Harris. Richardson. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
A drive, but he can't get it to go. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Ball into the front court. Down 4. To Gortat. Gortat rocking the rim.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Marcin Gortat with a piece. Lonzo Ball brings it up the floor to Holiday. Drew Holiday. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Brandon Ingram sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Lets it fly from long range. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Lonzo with it. The margin is 2. Halftime on the horizon. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Now pass stolen by the Sixers.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Horford doesn't get the bounce. This for the tie. It's good at the buzzer. And as a result, this game is all even halfway through. So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Pelicans have themselves a tie after 2 quarters of action. And these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. Have a look at the leading scorers. The 76ers don't have the advantage or the disadvantage after one half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that.
Game track. Bench points.
This is a game where the bench guys deserve a bit of the spotlight. The thing is, you need a spotlight big enough for the reserves on both squads. This is a game that's been all about the depth in the depth chart.
Player of the half.
Ingram is providing all of the evidence needed to show that rebounding starts with positioning. You don't need to be the strongest man on the court to have a chance at a rebound. Of course, it doesn't hurt if you're the strongest man out there. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Richardson to Tobias Harris for 3. Won't go down.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Take ball. I got yours.
Defensive foul to number 55.
And the reward, he's going to the line.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. He's shooting 85% in this game and hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Holiday controls the basketball. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket.
Hey, double screen.
Oh, he was wide open. And it's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
It's Pelicans ball. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Simmons driving, but a shot no good.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Drew Holiday. He's now 5 for 6.
In the paint, you need to finish, just like that.
Simmons with it. His guys trail now by 4. Rebound taken by Moore. To Holiday. Just off the mark.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
To Simmons. Joel Embiid. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Holiday. Shot clock winding down. Has a look. Not today.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref.
Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
Embiid with the board. Shot from the lane won't go. throws it down.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
Marcin Gortat knocked it away.
Oh! Some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
It goes down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Holiday.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Good look that time, but off the mark.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Joel Embiid has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 77% at the line. Knocks down the first. And he makes them both.
Way to hit. Way to hit.
New Orleans going to take it up to Favors. Probing the defense. Has a chance. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Smith with it up top. Our score all even in this third quarter. Holiday in possession. He'll run the offense. Can't connect.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Tough make through traffic.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Trying to cash in. Not going down for him this time. Smith into the front court. 2-point advantage. To Simmons. He was hacked. They let it go. Screen coming. Holiday. Joel Embiid sends it away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go. Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. That ends the third quarter. The 76ers have the lead. It's the Pelicans with the basketballs. We start the fourth quarter. We've got a one-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their money. Down the stretch, it's game time.
Into the front court comes Smith. Lead is 2. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
This is not the time to have a mental lapse.
Ball with it up top. Looking to make something happen. To Holiday. Ball to Redick. Screen coming. Redick. That's how you defend. Knocked loose. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Pelicans. So possession stays with Philadelphia. Embiid. Trey Burke. Not that time. Redick with it. Trailing by 4. Deep left corner. Ball to Redick. Here comes the screen. Knocks it down from mid-range.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Plenty of contact. The shot no good. The follow won't go either. Ball with the basketball. His group now down 2. And the finish at the rim.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Check Diallo. Blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
For the Philadelphia 76ers, number 33, Tobias Harris.
And takes it away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Have to be careful inbounding the basketball. But good anticipation by the defense.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Philadelphia 76ers, number 42, Al Horford.
Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Holiday. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from in close, no good. To Horford. Josh Richardson. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
And counted at the rim.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Here's Simmons with it up top. All even here in the 4th. From the painted area, won't go down. Favors. Now Ingram down low. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Josh Richardson knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Now a steal by Philly. Pelicans have the rebound. Nothing going here on that drive. Holiday. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Simmons. Count the basket at the rim.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
The Pelicans will take the timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Holiday. Fires the three. That's not his range. It's no good. Simmons into the front court. Leads three to Richardson. The pass set it all up.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
New Orleans has it to Holiday. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Holiday. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
First one goes down. Two for two on that trip. Into the front court comes Simmons. Up by three. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Ben Simmons trying to cash in on a three-point play. Tonight he's shooting 88% from the line. Simmons converts the three-point play. The Sixers increase the lead. To Favors. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets it in the left corner. To Holiday. Here's a chance from long range, and Drew Holiday buries the three.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Now the intentional foul as they get it with a little under 20 seconds left to play.
Some players are built to handle these moments. On one end, you just sparked your team. And at the same time, you also got under your opponent's skin. Just want to manage through the emotions here and not take it too far.
Able to convert on both free throws. Whistle stops play. Timeout, New Orleans. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a two-possession game. You practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
And they'll foul their man intentionally. So the clock is stopped with 11 seconds to play.
This is why teammates love him. Yeah, that was an aggressive play, but you're also sending a message, setting the tone. You can't half step on that.
First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. Sixers with the rebound. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments. But it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a two-score game. Ben Simmons, a couple of free throws on the way. He's shooting 91% from the foul line. First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Long key from three-quarters court. The Sixers are victorious as they get a good win on the road. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The 76ers took this down to the wire before getting the win.
And whenever the game seemed to start slowing down, they came up with a block that would ignite everyone.
Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Pelicans lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment.
And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose.
Here are the guys who put up the most points for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
Simmons read the defense perfectly, and his teammates reaped the benefits with easy baskets.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at what's coming up for the New Orleans Pelicans. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.